Am I live again? Hey, what's up, boys? Yeah, I got taken down. I'm sorry, boys. I tried. I tried. So I think the setup that I had before, where I would show the game every once in a while, it was good, but I got taken down as soon as I started showing the game for good. So it is what it is. Why is my quality so bad? Anyway, okay. I think we're good, right? Hold on. I want to make sure I have this in check. Oof. I haven't been paying attention to the game for the past like 3 minutes, I'm sorry. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to rewind here for 3 minutes because I saw Alex Woodyard getting into a bit of a scuffle. I'll show you that part though. I'll show you this part. I'll show you this part at least. Man, I mean, that's just crazy. Hey, that's crazy gang stuff, right? Shout out to the old AFC Wimbledon right there. But Alex Woodyard getting a little bit feisty in that instance. I would have to assume he got in the book for that one. So it looks to me like it's going to be... Yeah, it's going to be halftime here. Yeah, I mean... I was distracted a lot of that half because I was trying to switch off between the game and trying to make sure that I don't get copyright strike, but then I got copyright strike in the end. But from what I can gather from that half, from what I did see, obviously, you know, 70% of the time that I was actually watching it, you know, Boreham Wood playing up to expectation. AFC Wimbledon, not so much. I mean, AFC Wimbledon have not been playing god-awfully. I mean, those performances have been reserved for the likes of Oxford, the first half against Fleetwood, Sunderland. They're not playing terribly, but they're just not playing up to their potential. Towards the... It was in the like first 10 minutes or so where they created a couple of... You know, they created one chance there with Ollie Palmer taking a shot from the right-hand side, kind of skewing it. Playing a cross or two down into the 18. They gave away the ball a couple of times, though, and then it did bite them in the ass when they gave up a through ball, with Nessa Guinness-Walker's positioning not being the best either. After that, it was all Wimbledon for the next 15 minutes, you know, possessing. Luke McCormick with an opportunity at the top of the 18, skewing his shot with his weak foot past the post there, going across his body. You know, Paul also getting a header towards goal, which did not... he didn't get over the ball, so... I don't know, man. Boreham Wood just played well defensively. They won most of the aerial duels when AFC Wimbledon were in the final third. They won several knockdowns off of goal kicks. And just wasn't good enough from AFC Wimbledon. Hopefully they'll take it in stride in the next half and actually, you know, play up to their potential. So... I think Robbo will really let them know they should win this, and they will come out more. That's what I feel. I didn't actually. I made a prediction 3-1 Wimbledon, but I never specified the. I never specified as to how I feel the game will turn out, and who's going to score first, when AFC Wimbledon will get on the score sheet, etc. I think Boreham Wood being up 1-0. Not a surprise per se, but at the same time, it's not something you expected. it's just one of those things where you had in the back of your mind, like, what if AFC Wimbledon plays down to their competition, and they have. But I think they will be more confident. And we've seen that time and time again under Mark Robinson. You know, the comeback kings, being down a goal, being down 2 goals. You know, the games against Bolton, the games against Ipswich. You know, several games that we can think of that we've come from goals down and we've come back. Lately, we have been come back on, notably being 2-1 up against Wickham, and then conceding the comeback, and notably being 2-1 up against Fleetwood, conceding the comeback. So, regardless, though, I think you're right. I think we are going to be coming out stronger, and what I think about substitutions, I think from the off, we need to bring in Will Nightingale. From the off. I don't know about... Yeah. I want to say take out Guinness Walker, even though he can be an attacking threat on the outside back position. Right now we're playing a 3 in the back, though. So I think keep the 3 in the back. Put Will Nightingale in if you're going to play 3 in the back. Or sub out Henry Lawrence, either or, because Henry Lawrence is not really a center back either, and obviously Nesta Guinness Walker has had more experience playing as a center back over Henry Lawrence. So take out either Lawrence or Guinness Walker, have Nightingale come in, and then after about maybe 15 minutes or so, if things don't change, maybe either Egli Kaja or, hell, Terry Ablade, the new signing. I haven't talked about him too much. I don't know too much intel about Terry Ablade, but he has looked impressive from the highlights that I've seen. So maybe Terry Ablade for fresh legs. Maybe Egli Kaja. But if you were to bring on Egli Kaja, you'd have to sub off McCormick, right? And Ayuba Sal up top, I'm not sure. But I'm not sure if that's going to work out. So maybe you could play a 3-4-2-1 with McCormick and maybe McCormick and a Sal. And keep Berdoni as an outside mid, perhaps. And have... maybe have Terry Ablade come off later on. Because Ayuba Sal as a center forward striker can work, because, you know, he can make those incisive runs, and, you know, McCormick can play, you know, a 7-8 yard through ball to him, because McCormick and Sal have had great chemistry this season. But I'm not sure if having a Sal as a striker is going to work. We'll see. You know, first 20-25 minutes, we'll see how that works out. If not, maybe bring a Sal back to play a center attacking mid alongside McCormick, perhaps, and bring on Terry Ablade. That's what I think about that, though. So I will be back after these short messages.
violence pulling me down. You are the silence that makes me drown. My head is not a good place to be. The past keeps following me, 'cause you're a drag passenger. I can't help when you take control of me, 'cause you're a dark passenger. You're pulling so deep inside of me, 'cause you're a drag passenger. I can't help when you take control of me, 'cause you're a dark passenger. You're pulling so deep inside of me. You are the poison that makes me numb. And you're destroying all of the things that I love. My head is not a good place to be. The past keeps following me, 'cause you're a dark passenger. I can't help when you take control of me, 'cause you're a dark passenger. You're pulling so deep inside of me, 'cause you're a dark passenger. I can't help when you take control of me, 'cause you're a dark passenger. You're pulling so deep inside of me.
Count to 10, and we'll be where we wanna. When you're next to me, I can't pretend. You've got me feeling like you're where I wanna be. Please don't let me go, I need you right here by my side. So won't you run away with me tonight? You could be the one that I've been wanting all my life. 'Cause when you're looking at me with those eyes, I don't wanna leave, I need you, we could be the light. So won't you run away with me tonight? I could be the one that you've been wanting all your life. 'Cause I know that I'm ready to go down to the brighter side. La la la, la 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 la.
this advantage or extend it in the second half? What have AFC Wimbledon got by way of a response? It will be fascinating to find out. The fairly frantic nature of the affair continuing right from the restart. Palmer getting a touch to it. Chase on here for Mendy, and it will reach him just ahead of Paul Osu, with support from Mafuta. Reminder of the lineups going across the bottom of your screen. No changes by either side at half-time. Improvised effort, but an unthreatening one. We'll certainly be expecting better. Mark Robinson from his men, he will have had a fair bit to say, I'm sure, during that half-time team talk. He did come from behind against Cheltenham in the previous round, but went on to assemble a 4-1 lead in that game before hanging on at the end 4-3.
I'm muted, my bad. Okay, every once in a while I'm gonna switch off to here to the game, only on replays though, to prevent a copyright strike.
Also looking for options from the throw. Gets it back from Hartigan.
Paul Osu taking a couple touches down the center there. Tries to switch the play, but it was an absolute hospital ball. The outside mid is going to pick it up now, or the outside back. Evans, one of the center back in the back threes. Or center backs in the back three. Oh, Marsh takes a touch around Osu, but he got fouled by Marsh there. Yeah, Marsh, the number 10 there, one of the striking, one of the strikers in the striking pairing between him and Bowden, has been dangerous all game. I really underestimated him. I thought Bowden was going to get on the score sheet, but he's more of a poacher. You know, he's a type of player that gets in good areas, puts himself in good areas, but Marsh has been the player that has really picked us apart. McCormick winning the header off of the kick there from Zanev, but looked to me like Radoni ran out of real estate on the wide area. Hasn't really had the best game so far, Jack Radoni. Made a couple of decent runs, but we haven't really passed it to him too frequently. But when we have, he has played a couple decent crosses, to be fair. So I think it's more so that he hasn't received the service more than, you know, him playing poorly, which is not the case. I would like a replay. At this rate, I would like a replay. I know I predicted 3-1, but you know, I think AFC Wimbledon are going to be coming out better. I mean, first couple minutes, it's been mostly a game of midfield battle so far. But once AFC Wimbledon can break away from that midfield battle anchor, I think they'll create a chance or two. Hopefully, they can convert. Estelle on the hold up here, nicely done. Now he plays Osu on the outside area there. Oof. Okay. That was nicely done there from Asal to be able to hold it up for a good 2.5 to 3 seconds before playing Osu on the wing there. Nothing much, just mainly midfield battles and headers won by both sides, really. So you haven't missed much.
Thought about taking the throw quickly, but he's going to leave it for Paul Osu. Was once at the Brentford Academy. Signed a scholarship deal with the Dons at the age of 15. Been a regular starter for them since the middle of November. And what is now his third senior season. This is
Ollie Palmer wins the chest down, takes a couple of touches down the center, but cleared away by Boreham Wood. Whoopsie daisy. Jack Radoni on the outside here takes a couple touches to the center, plays it back to Woodyard.
They are now playing how we initially expected them to, with Osu at right back and Woodyard in midfield.
Okay, now they're playing a 4 in the back here. AFC Wimbledon. Hartigan here in the center. Plays McCormick. Yeah, they're playing in that kind of V shape where when they have it on the outside, they have it closer to goal, but then they play to the center mids. They're kind of playing passes around in a V shape as they usually do. Ball played to the outside here to Asal. Asal's going to try to take his man on, but he plays it back. Okay. Come on. Okay. I'm pushing the buttons once again. I'm showing a little bit of the game here and there. I don't want to get copyright striked again, but if I do, oh boy, I'm gonna get in trouble with the YouTubes. Yeah, three in the back does not work. Yeah, we only have one healthy center back, so I don't think playing three in the back is ideal. We did play three in the back towards the end of the first half there. And yeah, we do have the offensive threats with Nesta Guinness-Walker and Paul Osu on the wings. Obviously, Guinness-Walker still playing as a center back right now, as it stands. Paul Osu taking a couple of touches. Got a run being made there by McCormick. Oh, damn. Osu tried to play McCormick, but wasn't on the same page there. Also actually played it central as McCormick was starting from the center of the top of the 18, making that outside run. So instead of an outside through ball, he played it down the middle, and just not on the same page there, Osu and McCormick. That's what you like to see from McCormick, though. Those outside, off the ball runs there into good areas. AFC Wimbledon now. You know, they're possessing well. I'd like to think that... Okay, that's a good switch over there to Paul Osu from, I believe that was Anthony Hardigan. Oh. Ooh, Ayuba Sal and Alex Woodyard with off the ball press there, but Boreham Wood were able to work their way around. But Ben Hennigan actually makes a tackle on Marsh. Woodyard gives it away, though. Ben Hennigan comes in with a sliding challenge, once again winning the ball over Reese this time, but unfortunately, he wasn't able to come away with possession. He merely just slide tackled it into the ball fell into the feet of another player. Ooh. And once again, number 10, Marsh, they played a through ball down to him on the left-hand side. And Marsh cutting it to the inside. He's been dangerous all game. That's what he did in the first half. He cut it to his right foot with Ben Hennigan defending and was able to place it pretty well side net. And once again, Marsh being a threat there. Ben Hennigan, fair play to him. There were two instances in which he got stuck in the tackle, but both times he didn't come away with possession. He was just trying to get a foot in to try to impede play, but Boreham Wood coming away with possession on both instances. The second time where they broke in possession there, or broke away with possession. Ooh, that back post run being made. Nicely done there from Zanev to be assertive and win the ball there. Throws it out here to McCormick. McCormick gets fouled as he tried to dish it out wide. Fair play to Boreham Wood. They're making their voices heard. Obviously, fair play to AFC Wimbledon fans too. 1,200 away fans. Or is it 1,200? Yeah, I think it's 1,200 away fans on a, what is it, like a 5K capacity? Maybe a little bit less overall capacity, but yeah, both teams having their fans coming out in full force for this third round FA Cup clash. Come on. A little bit of time wasting there. Not to say that we haven't engaged in the same thing. There have been a couple of games in which we've done that. There you go, McCormick. Some pressure off the ball there. I'd like to see Ayub Assal play as an attacking mid alongside McCormick. He's playing very, very high right now. Kind of as a secondary striker, if you will. Oof. Another through ball here, played over the top here to number 9, Bowden, but thankfully Woodyard was able to help out on the defense there. He is box to box. Oof. Woodyard in the corner here under pressure. Does concede the foul, though. He does draw the foul, I should say. Paul also under pressure here from Reese. Gets fouled by Reese. Hey! Hey! A little bit of a shove there from Mafuta. After he deems Paul Osu to have gone down a little easy. Kind of just gave him a little shove. It wasn't a huge one. It was just a, hey, get the fuck up kind of shove. Nightingale! He's one of our own. He's coming on, baby. Well, Nightingale. Who's he coming on for? Excuse me. Alright, he's going to be coming on for... Is that NGW? Yep. Coming on for NG... No, Henry Lawrence, excuse me. They're pointing at Guinness Walker running to the sideline, but I think he was trying to get some advice from the gaffer. So I think having Henry Lawrence... I think that's the right choice, because, you know, you want to play a 4 in the back. And now, yeah, we are playing a 4 in the back with Nightingale and Hennigan as the center backs, and now Guinness Walker's playing as an outside back. That's what I wanted to see, actually. I wanted to see Guinness Walker staying on the pitch and playing as an outside back. Next step, I think perhaps bring on maybe Terry Ablade for Ollie Palmer. Ollie Palmer has done it well on the hold-up every now and again, but he hasn't been dynamic enough. I feel like he hasn't really created too many chances, and when he has had the opportunity to strike towards goal, one instance in the 3rd minute did kind of shank his shot, so hasn't been too much of a factor so far this game. An overlapping run being made by Assal, and Assal is able to shrug off possession, throw in here for AFC Wimbledon. Cross being played here by Osu. On the hold-up attempt is Ollie Palmer, but the header was won by Boreham Wood. There you go. Nightingale getting stuck in the challenge. Marsh on the hold-up there, but Nightingale was able to shrug him off. It's going to be a throw-in there, throw-in for Boreham Wood, though. Yeah, Terry. I want to get Terry on. I want to see Terry. It may be a little bit early. Obviously, it'll be his first senior appearance. But I just think we need Terry. We need someone dynamic up top. And Ollie Palmer, every now and again, he switches on, he switches off. And I think this is one of those games where Ollie Palmer hasn't found his stride. And I think Terry is the next step. If not, playing a 4-2-3-1. If not, we could play a 4-3-1-2 with Ollie Palmer playing alongside Terry and maybe subbing off Jack Rodoni, perhaps. I don't want to sub him off, though. I want to keep that 4-2-3-1 and have Terry up top, perhaps. Oof. Ben Hennigan coming up really high to try to win a tackle, but now it looks to me like... okay, Mendy tried to play a through ball there to the striker. Or it was actually to Reese, who made a run from the attacking mid position. But it was AFC Wimbledon coming away with it. Hardigan taking a couple touches forward. Nothing. I thought Ollie Palmer got fouled there. Oh, 1-2 played around Will Nightingale. It's going to be Reese. Really good recovery there from Will Nightingale. My God. I mean, Nightingale came really high there to press. And Reese perhaps taking a little bit too long to make that effort towards goal. A little bit risky there from Nightingale to get stuck in like that. But It's going to be a goal kick, actually. I think it bounced off Nightingale, and then it bounced back off of Reese. So, they did certainly come away with that one. They did get away with that one, AFC Wimbledon. Okay, some pressure there being played by Jack Redoni and the goalkeeper. Now Guinness Walker's going to pick it up. 1, 2, 3, 4 touches, plays a square ball. Ayuba Sal back to Jack Redoni on the left here. Redoni, nice 1-2 play between him and Guinness Walker, but the return pass was just a little bit too far ahead of Redoni as the clearance was attempted there and bounced back off of Redoni. Yeah, clearance there attempted there. Yeah, clearance attempted by Mafuta, bounced off of Redoni, who was trying to get off on the return pass. Good play there from Wimbledon, though. And now it's going to be on the right-hand side here. The ball to Bowden on the wing. Ooh, nicely done there by Paul Auster, just to get a nice little square ball instead of, you know, trying to get a clearance off. He actually plays a square ball to Nightingale under pressure, and Nightingale clears his lines. And long ball intended for Ayuba Sal, who has his shirt. His shirt's ripped, actually. You see, I'd say maybe about a 6 to 7 inch, you know, rip on down the middle of his shirt. So nice to see. You know, Ayuba Sal getting rough, kind of trying to hold the ball up every now and again, trying to get physical, and perhaps the Boreham Wood players equally getting stuck in just as physically as the likes of Sal and Ollie Palmer on the hold-up. Left-hand side here now is Alex Woodyard. Hartigan now playing it back to Nightingale. Ah, man, you gotta love the fans. Nick Zanev tried to play a little chip pass over the top to the left-hand side, but unfortunately it was a little bit wayward. What's the next move here? What is Mark Robinson's next card that he's going to play? What is the next move here? Is it going to be Knight to D4, or is it going to be Bishop to E6? What is the next move going to be played here? Of course, you got the who are ya chants. Fair play to Boreham Wood. I mean, they've been playing well throughout the game, and I'm sure their fans are loving every minute of it. Cross being played in, easily collected by Zanev. Zanev's probably going to look to throw it out. No. Yeah, Zanev did throw it out in the end, so no your shit chance or whatever those are. Never mind. Your shit fuck. Yeah, Zanev did end up receiving the ball back from Nightingale, and he ended up just booting it forward. Guinness Walker here with Berdoni on the overlapping run, but the outside back was able to come away with it. Throw in here for AFC Wimbledon. All right. Egli Kaja going to be coming on here. I did have Egli Kaja as a potential player to come on. I wasn't sure who he was going to come on for, though. Perhaps Rodoni. I think McCormick has been playing well. You know, off the ball runs. He's been very active. Either that or Guinness Walker? Are we playing a 3 in the back again? Oh, okay, never mind. Again, I got it wrong. Nesta Guinness Walker was running towards the touchline, but he's a left back, of course. Actually, no, there's 2 subs. Okay, here we go. Egli Kaja and Dapo Mabude coming off, coming on for Nesta Guinness Walker and Asau. Dapo Mabude is going to be playing alongside Ollie Palmer here. Here we go. Haven't seen Dapo Mabude in quite some time. And he did come on as a super sub early in the season against Bolton. Since then, he's been a little bit quiet throughout the season. Hasn't come on too often. When he has come on, he's been a little dynamic, but he hasn't really been involved in goals or assists too frequently. So hopefully he'll provide a little bit of dynamic play here. On the hold up here is Luke McCormick. Switching it over to Osu. Egli Kaja here on the ball here. Let's see what he can do. Yeah, I was a little bit harsh on Mabude with my news video where I was talking about transfer news and, you know, canceled games or whatever. I was a little harsh on Dapo Mabude. Ideally, I'd like to have Mabude over Presley, but we've been using Presley more often than Mabude. But we'll see what happens here. Oof, Hartigan to take, headed away. Now Boreham Wood. Potentially on the counter. Yep, they took a touch around Woodyard. Come on, Kaja, recover there. You do not want Marsh on the ball of all players. Marsh here. Double teamed, rightfully so. Marsh has been dangerous all game. Oof. Yeah, that's the issue with corner kicks. If you bring too many numbers forward, you can get hit back just as hard. There was really a really nice play there by whoever that was from Boreham Wood to get a touch around Woodyard and then switch it over to Marsh. Oh! Damn, that was close. And it looked to me like the midfielder there, Mendy, trying to get his head towards goal. Or no, that was not Mendy. That was another center back. They have quite a few African-American players on their team. That was Mafuta, the center mid. So they got Mafuta, Marsh, and Mendy. All of which, well, Marsh has the dreadlocks, so you can distinguish him pretty easily. Keep in mind, I don't know anything about Boreham Wood, so I'm still trying to work my mental fortitude with remembering names, remembering numbers. Mabude, yeah, he got dispossessed there by the outside mid. Sliding challenge. But Osu was able to win possession in the center. He came all the way from the right and just sprinted down the center to win possession back. Come on, boys. I don't know if we have unlimited subs or if we have 4. So we have 1 sub left. Who will we bring on later in the game if things don't change? That is the burning question. Switch over here to Paul Osu. McCormick back to Osu. Just not on the same page, man. And Ollie Palmer just throwing his fist and screaming at Paul Osu. Again, you know, Paul Osu just not on the same page with whoever makes the runs on the around the 18-yard box. Oh, Mendy's ball in, intended for Marsh, but collected by Zanev. Yeah, again, there was another run being made by a player from AFC Wimbledon, in which also tries to play square, or tries to play straight to instead of a through ball. And, you know, rightfully so, Ollie Palmer furious at him. But now it's going to be Kaja taking a couple touches towards the center. Plays it back, though, to Hartigan. Hartigan now back out to the outside. McCormick. They switch the play over to, yeah, Wimbledon are possessing well, but they're not creating chances off of the possession. Empty possession, as I like to call it. And now Nightingale taking a couple touches forward, intends to play a chip pass to Woodyard. Cleared away. I use him on my career mode and is 75 rated Mabude. Mabude is ass in FIFA, dude. I don't like Mabude in FIFA. His first touch is extremely heavy and his finishing is god-awful. I think they really did Mabude dirty in FIFA. I mean, he's only, what, 59 rated? Obviously, you know, you've been... Sorry, I got the chills there. So, you've been using Mabude, and he's been going... You know, his potential has gone all the way up to a 75. But when you use him in a regular game... Handball, no? Ollie Palmer tried to play a cross in, and seemed to me like it was a handball on the outside of the box. But nothing doing there. Come on, boys. Get the cross off. Oof. Paul also trying to play the off-the-ball press there, and almost was successful, but they end up clearing their lines. Maybe his finishing in terms of finessing is good, but I haven't had too much success with him with the far post finishes. This is a bit stressful, boys. 20 minutes to go, and nothing to show for it. Ooh, nice run being made there by Woodyard. Plays Depa Mabude. That was nicely done there from Woodyard to make that outside of the... I keep saying outside. Off the ball run, pardon me. And, yeah, Mabude should have just played Ollie Palmer, and Ollie Palmer is so frustrated. I know I said he hasn't been too much of a factor, but he hasn't had the service. I think, you know, play Ollie Palmer down the, you know, 13, 14-yard area in that instance. He did have a little bit of space, and now Mendy's going to be taking on Osu on the left-hand side here. Couple touches to his left, plays the cross in. Easily collected there by Ben Hennigan, who plays Kaja on the outside. Kaja trying to shrug off... shrug off Marsh, and he does. Fuck. Hardigan tried to play it on the outside, but his pass got picked off. Hardigan has, every now and again, been a little bit iffy with the passes being played there. That's funny. Yeah, the head coach there from Boreham Wood just giving Woodyard a bit of a love tap, a little bit of a hug before that, after Woodyard ended up trying to save the play there from going out. Yeah, I mean, I can't really blame Palmer too much. He hasn't gotten the service, and he's been frustrated throughout the game, you know, making a couple of runs, you know, down towards the top of the 18, a couple of outside... the times where he's hooked outside, he has received the passes, but the times where he's been trying to, you know, receive it on the top of the 18, whether it's a cross or a through ball, he hasn't found those passes, and rightfully so. He is getting a little bit frustrated.
14 years as a player, of course, with Watford. He was part of the summer reshuffle behind the scenes.
McCormick here. That's a good ball to Palmer. Yeah, Stevens doing enough there to get behind the ball and get the clearance off. Not fully away, though. And it's going to be out for throw-in here for Wimbledon.
David Stevens was one of the Boreham Wood players unavailable recently because of the COVID protocols. Back available today, and as of the end of training yesterday, when Luke Garrett said farewell to his players, everyone was available for the game.
Long throw here to take.
He was going home last night, just to hope that it would remain the case.
Yeah, it's going to be headed away, so back out for another throw. I have it zoomed in slightly. Osu. Okay. Another long throw here for AFC Wimbledon to take, if they so choose. No. Okay. It's going to be short, I believe, with Kaja on the hold-up. Back to Osu, back to Kaja. Holding the ball up here with Bowden defending. Cross is played, deflected, and out for another throw-in. Long throw this time, I would have to assume. Kaja! That's a good cross there by Kaja. Nothing doing, though, as Mabude on the back post was not able to win it. You know, Mabude's kind of short, so he's not able to win that one. Mabude is the kind of player that you'd want to have the ball on his feet more than anything. Oops. I right-clicked by accident. Oh, good ball there being played down the left here. Intended for McCormick. No foul as he gets brought down, looking towards the ref. Okay. No initial foul, but McCormick stayed down. He's like, ref, ref, and then he tried to get it back up. Got brought down again. Ref, ref. And then he eventually had the free kick called his way. No foul there. Yeah, I'm just showing the replay. And then, yeah, that's a foul. That's a little bit of a stamp. There. Yeah, that right there, right there. Okay. Enough for a foul. Here we go. Come on. AFC Wimbledon need to score off of this. Come on. That was poor. That was poor. That was maybe intended to be flicked back towards. Nah, that should have been played head height. You'd like to, you know, I'd like to think that that was intentional. They tried, you know, Hardigan tried to play a near post pass there, but just play that towards the head of Hennigan or somebody. Nice header there, won by McCormick. But unfortunately, Ollie Palmer's not able to see that out.
Everyone will know the history involved, of course, in that fixture on Tuesday. But nobody in the Wimbledon ranks able to focus on that yet because of what is still to come in the concluding stages here and the situation that they find themselves in.
And Radoni's already up. I just, for whatever reason, processed that Radoni's not playing anymore. And Nesta Guinness-Walker did not get subbed out earlier, by the way. I don't know why I thought it was. It was Jack Radoni. Nice first touch by Kaja from the right-hand side. Takes it towards the center. Kaja. Yeah, that was clean. That was clean. That was clean. Unfortunately. Yeah. Good work there from Kaja to try to create some space, though. Take a shot on. Come on. Oof. I thought for sure he was going to take a shot after his second touch. Now Bowden switches the play with Mendy making the run there, but nicely done there by Will Nightingale to win the header. Hardigan trying to switch the play here. Intended for Kaja on the hold up here. Starting to get just a bit tense here. If you're a Boreham Wood fan, obviously still 1-0 up. This is where you want to be. But AFC Wimbledon starting to knock on the door here. Kaja is going to fake going left, goes right. Kaja's been pretty dangerous so far when he's on the ball. Ethan Chislett coming on now. Going to be coming on for Luke McCormick, who's had a good game. You know, last 15, 20 minutes or so has been a little quiet, though. Perhaps, you know, perhaps his energy's been sapped a little bit, so the off-the-ball runs have been waning a little bit towards the end, and he hasn't been as active. So bring on Ethan Chislett for the fresh legs. I approve of that. Yeah, I'm sorry. Every time I switch over, anytime I think that AFC Wimbledon are going to create something, it's always Boreham Wood clearing possession. Egli Kaja tries to take a touch towards the outside. And this is zoomed in. Egli Kaja does... Sorry, I have to keep it zoomed in. for the sake of copyright. It's going to be a throw in here for AFC Wimbledon. On the knockdown here. Nobody. Why? There's nobody in the center. You have to expect a flick on or something. Why is there nobody there? There was nobody around the top of the 6 there. Obviously, Palmer was the one receiving it, so you'd think he would be the target man there. But at least have someone hook out and try to be in position for the return, you know, for the knockdown or something. That was a good play there. Nice incisive pass. Cleared away, not fully away though. You got a double team there. You got a double team. Yes, nicely done there from Chislett to press, but it went through his legs, unfortunately.
You suspect in these circumstances it will keep on coming back at Boreham Wood.
Hey!
That'll be a free kick.
Yeah, Dapo Mabude going deep on the hold up there, and then faking going right and then going left towards, you know, holding the ball up, going towards the center, and gets brought down there. They gotta, man, they just have to be a little bit, they have to play with more conviction, and they have been for the past 10 minutes. They have to continue to play with conviction, rather. All right, here we go. Hardigan to play a ball in. Once again, won by Boreham Wood. They've been winning 90% of the defensive aerial battles here. What's up? Swap meet? Oh, interesting. I haven't gone to one in a while. You can find some pretty cheap stuff at a swap meet, though. Mainly clothes and stuff, though. You don't want to get technology, because that shit's probably broken or stolen. Ethan Chislett with some off-the-ball press there.
Here's Hennigan.
82 minutes gone. Still nothing to show for it.
First real involvement for Ethan Chislett since his introduction. Been on the fringes really this season. Started a league game actually since October. Did come on against Guiseley in the first round.
Just knocking around their back four a little bit. In this case, it's kind of like a back three with both outside backs being high up the pitch right now.
So far, Wimbledon haven't had that extra little bit of quality to answer that challenge. We've got to at this point in the contest before the home team have opted to change it up.
Switched over here to Kaja. Let's go. I was going to say play Osu. Yep. Plays Osu a little bit late there, but Osu gets a nice touch. Play a cross in, maybe? Oof. Ah, fuck. Damn it. Nicely done there from Bowden to just get his body in the way. He knew exactly what he was doing there. If only Kaja had seen that run a little bit earlier there from Osu. I think, you know, play that down down the wing, and maybe he would have been in for a cross. But it's just a pattern that we've been seeing with AFC Wimbledon. You know, those off the ball runs are good, but AFC Wimbledon are always playing those passes a little bit too late. Notably with Osu playing those passes a little bit too late. On that instance, it was Osu making the off the ball run and Kaja playing it a little bit too late there. So yeah, AFC Wimbledon just not on the same page in a lot of instances on the final third. Man, if they can get an equalizer in the last 5 minutes or so, obviously on paper, AFC Wimbledon should be winning, but I would honestly be happy with a 1-1 with a replay at Plough Lane.
in round two. Only previous FA Cup goal for Maidenhead United against Chippenham Town some 3 years previous.
Handball. Hey,
Clifton straight into it.
that was a handball, no? I'm going to rewind a little bit and show you guys what I mean. So I'm 10 seconds behind, boys. That's a handball and a half. Come on now.
Clifton straight into it.
Yeah, I'm 10 seconds behind.
Does still have support, not necessarily in significant number, although there are 3 in the
Yep.
will do it.
Fuck!
To settle it. It's a stunning instant impact from Adrian Clifton. And the 4th round beckons for Boreham Wood for the first time in their history.
I'm speechless.
That might well be enough at 2-0. He'd been on the pitch for a matter of
That's a fucking handball, man.
came on to have the final say in the scoring in round 2 and might just have been likewise in round 3. Mendy's ball in. Clifton just reacted quickest to get his foot to that in round 2 and might just have done likewise in round 3. Mendy's ball in.
Yeah. Ben Hennigan was just not able to get his body behind that.
Although there are 3
Let's see this again. Let's see this again, because I want to make sure I'm not going crazy here. That's a handball, man. Clear handball, man. Come on, man.
have not had enough at the other end.
That's ridiculous. I mean, I can't complain too much because AFC Wimbledon have just not been. They haven't been on their day today, but
The famous third
that was clear as day. I mean, come on.
less than 3 minutes.
There are replays in the third round actually, so yeah. The only time there aren't replays is when it goes to round 6 or quarterfinals or semifinals, I believe.
The 15th clean sheet of the
Yeah, but there are replays in the third round.
This is one that will take this town from southern Hertfordshire into uncharted territory in the most
All right, Paul also here on the right-hand side.
of them all.
Woodyard, be aware. Come on.
Dramatic late response
They're still in possession here. Kaja.
does not look likely
Kaja.
since the concession of the second they've yet
They got to score here, otherwise down and out.
now, where Kaja forces the corner. There's been some dramatic revivals, of course, where Wimbledon have been
Come on.
throughout their long history. Something similar going to be required in a matter of
It's nil. It's 2-0, by the way. I don't know why it says nil now.
ultimately diverted unthreateningly over the top.
Fucking hell, dude.
Final touch was a Boreham Wood touch. It will be another corner. Heading for the last minute of the 90 now. Anthony Hartigan again. Ground's clear.
Mabude, take a touch, take a shot. Ah,
Tries to get it
yeah.
away, but
They had a player. Oh,
situations for the Dons.
yeah. Maybe that was just more of a desperation shout more than anything.
Everyone stay. Stay
Oof.
the other game.
Keeper collects the shot there from Ethan Chislett.
Extended.
I do too, bro.
And this time he will hold on to
I do too. This is just plain sad.
AFC Wimbledon are almost out of time. They are heading for FA Cup exit against a team from a Division
Oh,
2
dude.
below them for the second season.
I'm too skinny. Gotta gain some fucking weight.
Not giving too much away.
Whenever I suck my cheeks in, it looks like a skeleton. Or my head looks like a skeleton.
The underdogs
I look like David De Gea.
But AFC Wimbledon set to be on the
I'm just joking. Just trying to make light of the situation. Can't really be too optimistic under these circumstances, though. I mean,
having never stopped.
Bowden coming off here for Ranger.
Who debuted as a substitute in the previous round. It remains
Sad.
until now his only
Sad stuff here if you're an AFC Wimbledon supporter.
to rebuild his career. Not long to do so today, but he will be on the field. Should the celebration start in 4 minutes from now, 4 added minutes. Played at
They gave away possession here, and now Kaja is going to look to break.
goalkeeper
Clearance by the keeper, not fully away. Ah, okay.
on towards Palmer. Ricketts goes sliding in, almost came back for Katja. And away by Stevens.
Nicely done by Mbude. Second touch was a little heavy, though.
Boreham Wood. There has been from the very first whistle, and there will be until the final whistle, which currently is set to spot real.
Yeah, only 2.5 minutes. Even if they score here, I think it's too little, too late.
Well, a cup shock certainly with 2 divisions between them, and on current form, and given how the game is
Brrr.
necessarily so much of a shock. Wimbledon losing real momentum, though they've been 5 unbeaten before the postponements kicked in, and it will
I need to meditate after this game because I am
get their campaign really back underway.
a little bit of a.
in itself. Mendy feeling the pace, entirely
I
understandable.
think my stream just kind of took a shit for a second there.
Osu,
Yeah, even if they score here, there's only 1:20 left.
Katja. His Wimbledon attacks have been frequent, but they've often lacked conviction. Hartigan. Neatly done by Woodyard. Anthony Hartigan again. Smith trying to get a foot in, couldn't quite cut it out.
Yeah, I don't think there's any point in showing the game anymore.
Mark Ricketts, and anywhere will do.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Time almost up.
You're gonna hear something from me. You're gonna hear something from me in this post-game reaction. You bet.
One more attack or 2 for the Wood to withstand. That one will result.
The lighting is pretty poor right now, so I apologize for that. Oh, might as well fix the lighting right now.
Quite possibly it's his greatest achievement in charge if they did come through today. And the job is almost done for Luke Garrett and his team. One more corner kick to face. And we're into the type of territory now where even this would surely be no more than a consolation for Wimbledon, and it would really be no consolation in the circumstances. They're trying to get another substitute on before the kick is taken. That was Frankie Raymond waiting to come on. He is going to be
Yeah. Yeah. You know, playing a 3-4-1-2.
for the closing moments, quite literally.
I mean, I don't necessarily blame him for using a 3-4-1-2 in the second half because we were down 1-0. But you know, we don't normally play a 3 in the back, right? We're very consistent. Maybe not consistent, but we're a lot more consistent with 4-2-3-1 as standard, right? Sal at striker certainly did. I mean, he did play up top against Doncaster, and he found himself in good areas a couple of instances, notably with a nice little 6-yard through ball for McCormick. But yeah, I'd have to agree. I don't think Sal at striker, you know, he's not a tried and true striker. And there it is, full-time whistle.
History is made in Hertfordshire. The non-league side have beaten League One opposition, and Boreham Wood advanced to round 4 of the FA Cup for the very first time in their history. The goals coming early from Tyrone Marsh, And coming late from Adrian Clifton, who had stepped off the subs bench just
And that's exactly what I believed AFC Wimbledon would not do. And to be fair, I don't think that, Mark Robinson was taking this lightly. And I don't think the team was taking it lightly before the game. But when it actually came down to actually, play, when it came down to the game itself, they just weren't on the same page. I'm not going to go as far as to say that AFC Wimbledon underestimated them per se, but they certainly did not play up to potential. And that could be a testament to taking them lightly. I don't think that's the case, like I said. But there were several instances in which AFC Wimbledon didn't really possess that cohesiveness, that, that chemistry that we're used to seeing from them. The first 10 minutes or so, they did decent. It was kind of a midfield battle, both teams giving away possession every now and again. But when they were on the ball, when they didn't give away possession in the midfield, with Anthony Hartigan playing a wayward pass or two, or the likes of Guinness Walker or Henry Lawrence in the outside mids or outside wing back positions, they played decent. They put a couple of crosses into the box. They looked threatening. They weren't able to win a lot of the aerial duels in the final third. Boreham Wood won probably most of the headers in the defensive final third. And in the midfield, too, they won most of the headers, too. So that's one knock that I have against AFC Wimbledon. They just weren't imposing enough in the aerial battles. And then, the chances we did have in the first 20 minutes or so, we had a couple. We knocked it around, strung together a few passes around the third minute, and then played Ollie Palmer, who actually hooked out wide a little bit. And then he tried to take a shot towards goal, but it was shanked a little bit there. And then Luke McCormick, who played very well throughout the game, kind of was a little bit quiet in around the 60th to 70th minute before he came off. But that's because, he started to have some tired legs out there. He put a great shift in, Luke McCormick. He did have an opportunity in the 20th minute where, he had plenty of space on a counterattack, took 4 touches from the right mid position all the way to the center, tried to take a touch with his left foot. Didn't shank it per se, but didn't really put the shot with enough fizz, and it did go a couple yards wide of the post. Those are the only 2 real clear-cut chances in the first half. And dare I say, the 2 only clear-cut chances of the game, lads. I thought AFC Wimbledon, after, conceding that first goal, in which really was pretty preventable. You had Ben Hennigan kind of putting a little bit of pressure on, not going too high on the press, but he was going a little bit high. But Guinness Walker was already a little bit high, kind of having a tendency to go high even as a center back. He's an outside back playing as a center back. So he was a little bit positioned a little high. So with Ben Hennigan coming up high, the line itself was high. Not only that, though, but Guinness Walker was way too central. Or I shouldn't say too central. He was central, but a little bit towards the left of the pitch when the ball was on the other side of the pitch, and there was a through ball played in between Ben Hennigan and Guinness Walker. And Hennigan tried to recover, but it was a nice first touch there from Marsh, or second touch, to take it to his right and place it. To be fair, Marsh was dangerous all game until he came off. I mean, when he was on the 1v1, he took his man on, he played a cross in, and at times he put himself in good areas. He was really dangerous. At Marsh, fair play to him. And Bowden, who I thought was going to be on the score sheet, didn't receive the ball nearly as much for Boreham Wood, but when he did, he played a good hold-up. He won a couple of aerial duels, drew the foul a couple of times, and fair play to Boreham Wood up top, and fair play to Boreham Wood throughout the game. They played well defensively, and AFC Wimbledon really did not have an answer for them. One particular reason why is that, again, they didn't exhibit that cohesiveness. Every now and again they would make runs on the outside, but AFC Wimbledon played the overlapping runs a little bit too late. There were a couple of times where Rodoni would make an outside overlapping run, but instead of a through ball being played, it would be played a little bit too late and to his feet rather than through. And there were a couple of moments where Paul Osu was pretty high. He took a couple of touches toward the center mid position. And there was one instance in which McCormick was making a run from the center, attacking mid position, hooking out wide. But instead of playing a through ball to him, Paul Osu saw that run late, and it ended up, didn't even go to Luke McCormick. It ended up being dispossessed by the center back as the pass was played too late. And then another instance about 10 minutes later, the middle of the second half, Ollie Palmer was trying to make a incisive run down the 18, and instead of playing a through ball in between two center backs, he actually tried to play it to Ollie Palmer's feet, as Palmer was already, had his back away from Osu and his chest towards goal, trying to make that run. Osu played it to Ollie Palmer. Ollie Palmer had to try to turn around and hold it up, but then the center back nicked it off of him, and then Palmer was like throwing his hands in the air, frustrated. And to be fair, Ollie Palmer, he wasn't too much of a factor, but he didn't receive the ball too often. Every now and again he would make runs, but he didn't really get too much service. And the frustration, I think, was justified from Ollie Palmer. I think we engaged in a lot of empty possession. When we were in their half and in their final third, we would play this V shape where the outsides of the V would be the players on the outside, like Jack Rodoni, Paul Osu, Yubasau, whoever was on the outside. And then we would play back to the center mid, Woodyard or Hardigan. And then we play back to the outside, back to the center mid in this V shape. And we wouldn't make that incisive through ball. And every once in a while when we tried to play that incisive through ball, like I said, we didn't have that cohesiveness. We didn't know when to play that ball. Whenever we tried to play the through balls were played a little too late. And, Boreham Wood just were able to hold us off. And we didn't create a single clear-cut chance in that second half. And if you take a look at the stats, 10 shots, 1 on target for AFC Wimbledon. About maybe 5 shots or so were, from quarter chances in which we didn't really take. Paul Osu had an instance in which he tried to win a header from an overlapping run from Rodoni. One of the only overlapping runs that actually panned out. It was, I think, McCormick that played him on the overlap, and then Rodoni played across with his left foot to Osu. That was just in the first half, and then Osu got underneath it. Those are the only 3 real clear-cut chances. The second half didn't really see any. And it's sad. 69% possession to 31 with 397 passes to 186. You'd think that AFC Wimbledon would have put a stamp on the game, but that wasn't the case. And I'm honestly rethinking life. I can't be asked going to the Morecambe game next week. Oh, no. Yeah. You never know what you're going to get with AFC Wimbledon. Life is like a box of chocolates with AFC Wimbledon. Yeah, and I hope they turn things around because I'm going to be going to the UK in late February, and I'm going to be watching one Premier League game. I think it's going to be West Ham v Wolves. I'm going to be watching one championship game midweek, probably the day after I arrive there. I think maybe I'll go to the pub. If I don't watch a game, I'll go to the pub and watch a game or two over there. But the games I do plan on watching are Wigan away, March 5th, and Lincoln at home, March 12th. So stay tuned for that. I'll be bringing my nifty GoPro. I shouldn't say hefty. My nifty GoPro, and perhaps I'll put the GoPro on a stand and I'll bring a microphone and I'll interview people like other vloggers do. But yeah, March 5th away at Wigan, March 12th at home against Lincoln City. Mark that on your calendar because I'll be going. That being said, disappointing, and that's an understatement. So hopefully next week or next time we play against Morecambe, it'll be a different story. That being said, see you guys on the next one.